All right, welcome back to another episode of Speaking Truth Podcast, man. This is what's long overdue. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I've been talking about bringing the athletes back on the platform, so I feel like it's only right, especially when we talk about dream chasing. We talk about people getting out the mud. We talk about someone that really put themselves through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Really had to go through something to get to somewhere. Someone that really embodies that. Someone I respect a lot. Someone from around the way, Jordan Reid. Thank you, bro, for
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, pushing
definitely.
up and doing this podcast over here today, man.
Appreciate you for
For
having
sure.
me, dog. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so how you feeling right now? How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I just been, playing in, like I said, the one summer league I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
Just still trying to chase, but, in a little different way now.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? A little bit change up, but, change the scenery.
For sure, absolutely. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe first of all. You know what I'm saying, before we dive deep into this interview. You feel me? So definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all know we trying to just get to 1,000. All right, first of all, we trying to get to 1,000. We want to monetize. We want to get to some opportunities so that we can give back to the community and do things for. Like I said, we all fighting for something. So we gonna actually we gonna sit down right now, start getting into it and talking about that. So Jordan Reid, man, obviously you got a hell of a story
Yeah.
for someone around the way.
Yeah.
Part of I especially Moco. Like I was starting with that, right?
Yeah.
Moco, who we went to Einstein High School. People were
Yeah.
not too really not to be athletes, really good.
Right.
So let's start there. Being that Moco kid from Einstein or like from that Newport Mills area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not too many nice athletes. What was it like? What was it like growing up? One, and what got you into hooping? What got you into
Yeah.
sports?
Well, what got me into sports was my father. So, the first sport I actually learned was boxing. And I did boxing from when I came out the womb till I was about, I would say like 7. You know what I'm saying? That's all I did. My dad ended up getting sick. So I kind of was trying to reach out and trying to find different sports. But my mom always had me signed up for different stuff.
Right.
And, I grew up, like where I lived was in White Oak, right next to Trader Joe's.
Okay, right on, yeah.
Yeah, so, I was just playing basketball, baseball,
Yeah.
soccer,
Okay.
football. I played for the White Oak Warriors for a couple years.
Word, okay.
And, it was just one of those things. It was like my mom was always just trying to keep us active because, you know what I'm saying, she was a single mom. She got 5 kids to raise, you know what I'm saying. That's pretty hard. So I end up actually moving for some time, and probably like a year or two. And I moved kind of towards that Newport Mill area.
Right.
And I went to, I went to middle school there. I wanted to go to Sligo so bad, bro. Like a lot people know I wanted to go to Sligo so bad, you know what I'm saying? And I just, we ended up moving, and, you know what I'm saying, she said we got to change schools. So met a lot of people at Newport, still was playing different sports, you know what I'm saying, and trying to find that love. And, 6th graders in Moco, you can't hoop. You can't hoop. So I used to just go to the games and watch and try to see, like, if this is something I want to do. I was good at it,
Right.
but it wasn't, like, polished or nothing like that.
Right. Okay.
And then 7th grade comes around, get a chance to try out now. So I go to tryouts. I do good. I made the team. And 7th grade is when I really started, I would say, taking basketball serious,
Right.
playing in it. Because, like, my first Little League game, I played at the Boys and Girls Club. Bro, they just needed players. And I had some jeans on, bro.
Right.
I had some jeans on and a jersey tucked in my jeans.
Oh shit!
And
That's diabolical.
and bro, I tripped over my jeans, bro. It was embarrassing, bro. It was embarrassing. So, that was kind of like my first experience with basketball. Like I said, I played football. I played football for Unity one year. They were like, "What you want to do?" Like, I said, I ain't know nothing about football. I'm like, tackle. Feel me?
Right.
Just said tackle. So, I ended up playing tackle, literally hand in the dirt, bro. So, sports was big for me. I ended up going to Newport, like I said, 8th grade comes. This one I'm really good now. This one I'm really good because I start practicing in the summer real hard, like outside, just practicing by myself. My older brother giving me drills. We watching YouTube on drill. We just trying to, like, where I grew up, the court is kind of like slanted a little bit. You know what
Like
I'm
the
saying?
actual court or the
Yeah,
one itself?
Nah, the actual court, like the pavement is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You going on a down slope. We at the top of the key, you on a down slope. So, we out there just training, and I just fell in love with the grind. I fell in love with it because I was so much smaller than the other kids growing up. I was so much smaller than a lot of
Yeah, I
people.
was gonna say because I told you before I talked to you, man. Brad,
Yeah.
Fishback, shout out Brad. You know what
Shout out Pete, man. Shout out Pete.
He was saying like, yeah, you was about what 5'1" or something like
Yeah,
that
bro.
back then,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
So,
I was short.
damn.
I was short, bro.
So like that. So would you say you being smaller than most of the people, like it really helped you with like let's say ball handling, for example?
Yeah, I think that what helped me was I had to find a way. Like when you short, you gotta find a way to be crafty. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way to do things that a regular player can do, but without just being taken advantage of.
Right.
You know, a lot of smaller players, if they don't got certain things like know how to ball security, motherfuckers just gonna get up on you and take that.
Right.
So I kind of had to learn that as I went. As I went into high school, especially like that JV year when I had summer league, it was tough because I'm like, whoa, like everybody can guard, everybody more athletic than me.
Right.
Athleticism ain't coming yet. I'm just still trying to be fundamentally sound, work on fundamental. I'm literally working on left hand layups at the crib, right hand layups, regular basic stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of like what set me apart on my journey is the fundamentals. Because I would say like it wasn't until like 11th grade where I knew I could do something with basketball.
Okay, so talk about just that experience at it's like I said at Einstein, like you like taking the craft that serious, but let's say like you're in a place where the hoops isn't glorified, or nobody really knows much. What's it like coming up in an environment like that, being a hooper?
Yeah, well, we like at Einstein, we always had like everybody that hoop, we always had a chip on our shoulder because it's like the county don't look at us like nothing, bro.
Right.
Like you think of Einstein, you like some people don't even know the school exists, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
And people look at Einstein, they like, Einstein. When I first came in my 9th grade year, the year before that, they was 2-21. They was trash. Like they was terrible. So my freshman year coming in, it was more like it was a whole wave of the young people and then the new people going out. Like, and it was a grind. It was a grind. And I feel like coming from that type of school, you don't get the certain coaching you need to be successful at the next level. But our JV coach that he had just came in. Shout out JT, man. He had just came in and he had played college ball at Salisbury, so he knew a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to basically, since he was our JV coach, he knew how to instill stuff in us that we would take up to varsity, take up to the next level. So I was blessed enough to be coached by him because the coach before that, wasn't gonna do it. And it was just one of those things where like if you go to Einstein and you know how we felt, we was like, bro, we got to put ourselves on the map. You know what I'm saying? In my freshman year, varsity, we beat Springbrook that year. Actually, we won by buzzer beater.
What year was that?
20. Hold on, I was 2012. Yeah, 2012.
2012. Okay, well,
2012. Yeah, 2012,
2013.
Yeah, 2012, 2013. We beat them by buzzer beater. It was crazy. Good game.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, also I mentioned Brad. I'm gonna talk about him in a little bit. We had a conversation about because obviously, if you know Brad Pinchback, that's what I was talking about. He's like a well-renowned trainer from around the way. Like when I tell you, he gets people from point A to point Z.
Facts.
Like he helps people.
Facts. He do.
Yeah, he help people get to that next level. So, and what I was talking about with him, right? I asked him to just kind of get a little bit more info about you.
Yeah.
He mentioned that you spent a lot of time in high school injured and hurt.
Yeah.
So talk about what like you said, you had this hunger, you got this drive, but sometimes you may get sidelined because of the injuries that you were going through. What was that like mentally for you at the time?
Shoot, man, it was tough, man, to like take away a kid's dreams and like take away what a kid want to do. That was one of the hardest things I had to deal with. I think that it also helped me though on a classroom side because it was like a blessing, in disguise. Because my freshman year I barely went to class, bro. I'm skipping, I'm walking in the front door, walking out, doing things I'm not supposed to be doing. And that injury sidelined me because I can't walk out now. I'm on the crutches. And I was on crutches. Yeah, you got to sit down, bruh. I was on crutches for like 8 months, bro. Because I had broke my leg in the football season. And it sidelined me for the whole season. That was one of Einstein's best years. Like, we was in 3A, we was ranked number 1 in BCC. Like, Kennedy, Wheaton, and that's the year Wheaton was actually good. They went to the region finals. So It was one of those things that I just had to take my time with. Senior year too, I broke my hand, and it was just I was crushed. At that point I'm like, bro, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually on the verge of quitting basketball because I had tried to fake a doctor's note to say I was cleared when I got my cast off, and they end up calling the doctor. They end up calling the doctor, bro. Right? So when they called the doctor like, no, I didn't clear him, da 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 da. And then they come up to me like, yo, we know you faked the note, can't play tonight. And I was locked in, ready to play. Can't play tonight. They told me they also going to suspend me for 2 games. The game that I was supposed to play tonight, and then 2 more games. So basically 3 games. You know what I'm saying? And I was just crushed. And I texted my assistant coach, like he was my head coach on JV. I was like, man, I think I'm about to be done, bro. Like I think it's over. You feel me? He was like, don't quit. He basically convinced me not to quit, bro. Convinced me to stay. And I was about to text. I actually texted the head coach. I'm like, I got my jersey, my shorts, everything for you. I'm handing in. He said, so you're quitting? With a question mark. He said, so you're quitting?
Right, yeah.
And then I thought about it to myself. I didn't respond for a little minute. I probably still got a message. I ain't respond for a minute. And I just said, you know what? This the text message really said. I said, you know what? I was going to quit, but we got 10 games left. I'm about to come back and I'm about to show everybody like who I am and like, what my purpose is.
For sure.
So it was that. It is what it is.
That's dope because, obviously like there's a lot of people I feel like at the high school level especially, right? Like they deal with shout out to those coaches for like not, encourage you to just say, all right, well just come in and handle your stuff, right? Because especially I feel like in MoCo, right? MoCo coaches, especially Montgomery County basketball, like it's not a lot of those people that, know the game enough or are willing to, really, how do I say this the right way, but like really keep fueling the player. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more so like a lot of people look at coaching, especially in the public school scene, like as like, oh, this is just my little extra stipend. You know what I'm saying? A little money. But, what is it like having, like, it seems like throughout your life, there's coaches that value you and seeing the potential in you. What does that feel like to know that you have people in your corner like that?
Man, it felt good though, cause like P was one of my only personal trainers I ever paid. You feel me? And my mom couldn't even afford it. She paid for it. He basically did like a combo deal because my brother was in high school when I was in high school. Okay. He gonna train both of us for a certain discount. Shout out to P for doing that, man. But yeah, like it was Brad there, Justin was there, and a lot of people didn't like Coach Porak, but he taught me a lot. Like he gonna keep it straight up with you. He gonna keep it straight up. If you good, you good. If you not, you not. And he used to tell players in practice, give the ball to someone that's good. You suck. Like he would literally say that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just keeping it real, cause like a lot of these kids nowadays, and I know we're gonna get into that later, but a lot of these kids, they get babied too much. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to have like that support system, especially because I ain't have no father figure in my life. So a lot of those guys to me was like father figures.
For sure. No, that's dope. That's dope. Transitioning from that, obviously you get to go and play at the next level, even through your limited playing time in high school. Like still beat the odds and going into playing junior college at Howard Community College. Yeah. Where, talking about JUCO basketball for a second, you gotta be a dog.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to like everybody's fighting for the same opportunity to go to that 4 year, right?
You got to.
2 year situation, everybody's fighting for that 4 years. So like now you already kind of got out the mud. You started having a mentality of like, okay, I'm cool. But like, transitioning your game from high school to college, like what is it like now, putting yourself or seeing yourself amongst those other people that are fighting for the same thing you're fighting for?
Well, first and foremost, a lot of people don't know this, but I did go to Frederick Community College first, straight out of high school. But I was a part-time student, so I used to like be around the basketball team, practice with them, help them out. But the coach literally just told me like, look, you're not even strong enough yet, bro. You're not good enough. He told me that like straight up. So that whole year, I was grinding, bro. When I say I ain't mess with no females in college that year, no nothing, bro. I was just grinding, bro, like literally. So then I go to Howard, and that year was like like for me, it's like this the year, dog. You done put all the work in. You got the fundamentals from when, and I grew. I grew in my first year in JUCO.
Right. Okay.
So now I'm like 6'1". I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm okay. I can get buggy now. I can dunk. I start dunking.
Right.
I start doing the shit. I'm like, oh man. So the athleticism start coming, and it was one of those things where like I come in, and there's a lot of guys from PG County that's on my team, and there's a lot of guys from Baltimore County, Baltimore City, just different places. I had a teammate from Texas, Jersey, just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at me like, this light skinned nigga, like, what's this? He from Moco too?
County,
yeah, he from Moco too. Shoot, the most vivid memory I have is our first open gym. Like, I was real quiet. Like, if you know me, when you first meet me, you're gonna think I'm quiet. But I was real quiet, just scoping the scenery, and we got on the court playing. And I just remember, like, I think you interviewed my man Artie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My guy, yeah.
Shout out Artie, dog. Like, he was one of those guys, like, he very vocal when it come on the basketball court. And I forget what he said, but he had said something that I'm like, hold on, these niggas think like, these niggas must not know I'm like that. You feel me? So I got on the court, we playing. I end up getting like a rip baseline, dunked that joint hard as shit on somebody. Boom! And everybody in the gym is just like, what the fuck?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? So that was one of the first moments like where I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the time is coming, the time is now. You feel me?
For sure. Well, even that's important because like the open gym setting,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of people that don't play basketball don't know, like that's that time.
Yeah.
Like show, like
You show. You gotta show.
I gotta show you, like,
You gotta show.
this is why I got to recruited to come here. This is why I chose to come here because like I can, like you said, I can boogie. What is it?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the open gym setting for a second, right? Like, you know, you don't know nobody coming in, and you just, you know, it's like, all right, like you said, I got to prove shit to like I can last because if you don't, right now you kind of like that person on the team,
Right.
Like, all right, man, niggas on the
Yeah. I mean, open gym is one of those things, bro. Where you gotta come to play. Like a lot of people, the IQ not always gonna be there in open gym.
Exactly.
The shot selection not gonna be there, but you gotta win. If you win and you play hard, motherfuckers gonna know like, okay, this nigga can do something. You feel me? Like it was kind of like that moment when I dunked the ball. It was kind of like, this why I came, like, this is why they recruited me. You know what I'm saying? I got to show. Sometimes you got to show motherfuckers, like, this is why I'm here, bro. You know, you got some people that come in open gym and they're like, trying to be passive, making right plays and shit. You feel me? That's not me. Everybody know that's not me, bro. I'm here to get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So, open gym is just one of those things. Like, if you a youngin' and you come to an open gym at any college level, bro, just go in there and play your game, bro. Like, they be trying not to make mistakes, and then you don't get recruited because you know you in boogie or you scared to seize the moment. Like, seize the moment. It's yours, bro. Go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, you know, open gyms now, we going into the season and actually in the career, like you said, college, that was your opportunity, like you said, to really put people on notice. And even me myself, right? I heard about you through like, you know, some local people and stuff like that. Didn't know much, but then I started seeing your highlights coming on Instagram. Like you said, a light skinned dude, 6'1", but it's dunk on niggas. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, what was it like at that JUCO, like, you know, game time scenarios, right? Like, obviously the goal is to get this, you know, we want to win games. Yeah. But it's also at the same time, like, I'm trying to get to this 4 year. Yeah. So what is it like, or what is your mentality like as a JUCO hooper at the time? Yeah. Like, trying to, you know, get yourself to that next level even then too.
Yeah. I mean, it was tough because, like you said, you trying to win games, but you also trying to get yours. Like, it'll be some games where I'm in that motherfucking game, I'm counting. Layup. That's 2, Jordy. That's 2. Hit a 3. Boom. That's 5. That's 5. You know what I'm saying? And then there'll be some games where I hit a couple shots, I'm counting, then I lose count because I'm trying to win the game. You feel me? But I think that if you play hard enough and you got the intangibles, because I coached last year in college while I was getting my master's. So, like, college coaches, they don't really look at like how much you scoring. I mean, they look at those things, but like they mostly look at like your potential, like what you can be. You know, because not everybody's gonna be a finished product in JUCO. That's why you're a JUCO product. You know what I'm saying? Just how you talk to your teammates, how you react to certain calls, how you are on the bench, how you with your body language when you get out the game. You know what I'm saying?
These are the important things.
These,
I ain't gonna lie, like,
these is gem. These is gem. I'm dropping gems for y'all boys.
Gems,
I'm dropping gems for y'all boys, man.
Because that's those things you talked about are like, that's the thing when it comes to these 4 years, especially, right? It's guys that can hoop from all over. They guys that can put up 30 on anybody, but like they might be an asshole to their man on their team, or they looking at coach like, man, like fuck that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why I even say where it transitions to just life too, right? Because you have to have some type of morality and also just humbleness to you that like helps you navigate these spaces. Because if you walk in like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm Jordan Reid," well, I ain't fucking with nobody on this. Nobody can fuck with me. Like you might have that like energy when you play, for example. But like if you carry it like in other spaces, that's what's gonna kill you recruitment. That can kill you from getting to the next level, playing pro. Like, you know, that's another thing. A lot of these young dudes now, these young hoopers, like they may not understand because they've seen like, you know, the flashy shit. Like, you know how it go. Like they see the highlights and all that, but nobody really wants to like really do what they got to do to make to that level. So, you know, what would you say outside? Like, you know, you were just saying it, but kind of keep going on that point of like, you know, the hoops is not all everything. It's not all about just you being that hooper.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, it's a lot of good players out there. So you got to think, if it's 15 motherfuckers on a team and everybody's trying to go to college, you got to have something to stand out. And that's not just shooting, defense. Like, those are things that coaches like, but how are you as a guy in the locker room?
For sure.
How do you act when y'all lose? How do you act in practice? How do you act when shit is not going your way? Because not every college hooper averages 20 points, bro. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, it's hard, bro. It's very hard, bro.
And I was 15 in college,
it's very hard, bro. Like, and I did it multiple times, so I know like people game plan for you. How you react when it's not going your way. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to win? Or are you a guy that you want to win for yourself? Because if you got to want to win for yourself, a lot of times in JUCO, you're not gonna make it. And like you said, the main thing with me and the thing that I literally separated myself with a lot of people, I had a certain personality on the court and a certain personality off the court. You know what I'm saying? And I never let those get mixed. You feel me? There was times, I was a hothead off the court, but I learned that you got to be political. You got to be correct. I'm recruiting a kid last year, and he says some nigga talking to me. Like, he's like, some nigga. I'm like, hey, bro, look, come here. Let me tell you something. I said, when you speaking to a coach, no matter if I'm young, I'm close to your age, whatever you feel like, just be politically correct. Because they look at that like, his parents was right there. They ain't say nothing. A lot of people get stirred the wrong way, you know? And like I said, when I was in JUCO, that's something that I learned. I'm like, okay, so to get where you got to go, you got to be politically correct. And the main teammate, I'll never forget, the main teammate that taught me this was my man Zay, bro. Shout out Zay, man. Free Zay. He locked up right now, but he taught me how to be politically correct, bro. And that took me further than anything I was ever taught, bro. You know?
For sure. No, that's real. That's especially when you, now let's take it to the next level where you're representing the brand of the school.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I have this person that, like you said, is calling me the N-word?
Yeah.
Representing my team when I can have a person that goes to class on time, they respect their adults, you know what I'm saying? They respect people around them. This is the person I want, you know, wearing my school's name on their chest.
Yeah.
So, you know, what about Willing, you know, was that for you at that, moving off from JUCO to the 4-year?
Well, I think my second year in JUCO, I was killing straight out the gate. I was killing, man. And I had hurt my ankle versus Hartford, and it kind of sidelined me for like 15 games, bro. 15, bro. I had lost a lot of offers, a lot of interest, and that it was another one of those things where now I'm like, okay, I'm back on this injury shit. Here we go again. I didn't put all the work in my first year. What the fuck? So I was kind of trying to find myself, and but we ended up losing a lot of players that year. Like, we had a great team, like talent-wise. That's probably one of the best teams I've ever been on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hurt. My man Jareem, he tore his ACL. My man Devin, he was ineligible. Kevin Yamba, ineligible. So we had a manager, but the manager was in the starting lineup at one point in the season, bro. Yes.
The manager in the
Yes,
the
bro.
manager
The
had
manager,
to tap in.
but I lie to you not, bro. I lie to you not.
Oh,
The manager,
shit. Damn.
because he didn't make the team, but he wanted to
Right.
be around his team. My man, shout out Zabril, man. He was in the starting lineup, bro.
That's crazy.
At the 2, and he
Wow.
was shorter than me, bro.
Mhm.
I'm playing the 3, so now I'm like, so we end up getting like, bro, we was like terrible. I think our record was like 4-22, and you know, I kind of went through the summer just working out hard, bro. When I say hard, I was with CP, Chris Paul at Kennedy. Yeah, trainer. I'm working with him whole summer. This is when like everybody's starting to know who I am, because I'm going to like they used to have this thing called the Run. You ever been there? It's called the Run, and like this dude named Cole, he hosted it, and a lot of the PG, Baltimore, everybody go to that gym. You know what I'm saying? It was a hella hoopers there, bro. Like I see all the hoopers now that's really big. They always there, and we won that jump. You feel me? It was me, Paul, G, X, Freddie. We won that jump, and that's when I really started like, okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And I was in the car one day, and I kind of was just thinking about taking a gap year and trying to just work out, not knowing that shit was never gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting a call from Coach Ryan. My dog Will, he called me and was like, "Hey man, you know, I seen your film on Twitter. You know, I got a coaching job laid. I'm trying to recruit. You look like you know you can go." He's like, "What do you think about coming to Wheeling?" So I'm like, "What the fuck is Wheeling?" I said, "Where the fuck is that?" Like I'm thinking to myself, like, "Where the fuck is Wheeling at, bro?" I'm looking, I'm like, West Virginia. I'm like, this is a state, bro. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? That shit in the middle of nowhere. So, it was kind of like one of those things where I was fighting myself, like back and forth. That decision, like, well, you know, like you want to make a decision, but you're not comfortable with what's gonna happen. You don't know.
Right.
So, and I also had to pay my first year. So I'm like, bro, I'm too good. I literally told him, I'm like, Coach, I ain't gonna lie, I'm too good to pay for school. Like I told him that. He started busting out laughing, and then he gave me like a 75% scholarship. So so I did have to pay a little bit, and I went there. A lot of you not. First day I didn't take no visit. I didn't know him. I didn't know nobody. I said I packed my car up one day. My mom like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to school, yo. I'm out, bro. I'm not staying around the way, yo." I said, "I'm gone, bro."
So nobody in your family knew that you was getting recruited at the time.
No, they didn't know I was getting recruited.
Oh shit.
And then when he offered me, I posted on social media. And then by that time, my mom, she don't really be on social media.
Right.
But when I packed my car, she like, "Why you packing your car?" Like I was in the process of packing. I'm like, "I'm going to school." She was like, "What? Where you going?" And then I started telling her, bringing it down. She's like, oh, okay. So I go drive down there, 4 hours, 30 minutes, bro. And it was in the morning time when I went down there too. I pulled up to the school, bro. Like, cause the school was in the process the year before, like almost shutting down. Cause the Jesuit, it used to be Wheeling Jesuit. The Jesuits like got removed, yeah. So I pulled up, like the pavement was like cracked, it's holes, potholes. I'm like, I'm pulling up, car going. I'm like, I said, I'm transferring. I literally said that to myself, bro. I said I'm transferring, bro. I said I'm transferring. I'm gone, bro. And I ended up meeting the coaches, and I think 2 days after that we had an open gym. Same thing, open gym. I'm like, here we go again. I gotta show motherfuckers why I'm here, cause he told me straight up on the phone. He was like, listen, it's 22 people on the roster. I had to recruit because I don't know who can. I'm just recruiting off highlights.
Right.
And he was like, you got to earn your spot. I said, Coach, don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that, man. I said, I'm good. Any competition, I'm good. As long as I got an opportunity, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get on the floor. So that first open gym, I'm offensive rebound, layup, backdoor cut, doing everything. Just playing hard, you know what I'm saying? And I could tell, like, people started knowing, like, okay, he can go. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of like how I first got into Wheeling.
Right. So talk about the transition of like even just that the style of play, the competition level,
Yeah.
because that's what Division II, right?
Yeah.
So but yeah, that's not, is that PSAC?
Nah, that's Mountain East.
Mountain East,
MEC,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So still a decent league in
Yeah.
the Division II
Yeah.
round, like, and obviously that's people like you said, like you got the 75% scholarship, but some people that maybe got full paid scholarships like
Yeah.
that. So talk about now, like you're in that pool of like the big fish, now
Yeah.
these bigger fish,
Yeah.
and you still being as productive as you are, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying, still putting up double digits, 40-point games, game winners, and all this stuff. So like what what about the mindset, and even just like you said for the game, like how did you have to elevate and get yourself to match that level?
Well, I think it was one of those things, like you said, like what really makes me mad as a basketball player, and I don't know why I just play with so much aggression. Maybe it's because of boxing in the early stages, and I used to always just be mad. But like, if I know someone's on a full scholarship and they not better than me, that make me so mad. Cause like, bro, I'm trying to take that shit, bro. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was one of those things. Like, I seen a lot of people that's on full scholarship, and I'm like, bro, they don't work half as hard as me. They don't beat me in those sprints. I never lose no condition in nothing, ever. You can ask anybody I went to school with. I'm always at the top. When we run that mile, 5:15. I'm up there. So, Wheeling was one of those things where it's like just come in and work hard. And I think something that rubbed me the wrong way was when Coach was talking to me, and they was so high on my teammate Manny. Like everybody was so high on Manny. And not to say like I wasn't hating or nothing, because that's my dog. Like Manny know we dogs. So like, but like it's one of those things like, are you forgetting about me, nigga?
Right, yeah.
Like I'm one of those guys. I be taking stuff personal like that. So Wheeling was one of those things where I just came in and worked hard. I earned my stripes. A lot of my teammates throughout my years, they felt like I didn't earn it and I was giving it. Bro, I earned my stripes, bro. Like I put the work in. I worked hard, and there was times that I feel like I could have worked harder, but I worked hard, bro, and harder than a lot of my teammates. So I felt like at times it was disrespectful for them to even feel like I'm not owed that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So Wheeling was a learning experience, like you said, because the basketball is different, man. Like the Mountain East is one of the best D2 conferences in the nation. You feel me? And coming from JUCO, where it's a lot more skillful. It's a lot more freelance. Now you in a system where organized. You got it's IQ, and you got to make the right reads, or motherfuckers gonna pick you apart. You got to know the screen coverages. Because if you blow them, it's over. Sometimes in JUCO you go blow them, and the point guard not good enough to know that the roller's open, or the tag man is helping too far, and the corner pass is open. And these are little things that in basketball sense, good players know. So we when we go out there, we play Charleston. I'm helping on the roll too much. The point guard, he don't even look that way, bro. He don't even Seth. He don't even look that way, bro. He go and he see me helping too much and zip that jump to my man in the corner, cash. And these is things I had to learn about. You know what I'm saying? It's at basketball at that level, you got to be good. You got to be good. And everybody think like, oh, it's D2, it's D2. Nah, it's a bump up there, bro. It's real. That's the best. Like, that's the best overall. That's the best basketball player. Like all the players combined, that's the best basketball players I ever played against. Anthony Pittman, Will Yoakum, Dalton Bolin, Marlon. Like all of these guys, bro. I'm probably missing, and I'm missing so many more people. Like Jaden Willis. Like all these guys, bro. I played against. They good. And a lot of them had overseas opportunities. A lot of them play overseas right now still. Will had an opportunity, played the summer league with Chicago Bulls. So like these is players, bro. Like they good.
I would say you definitely. I was gonna say I know you played with Highsmith, right? Haywood Highsmith.
No, so he was there two years before me.
Okay.
2 years before me.
Right.
Him and Pat, they both was there 2 years before me. But even Pat used to come back and work out with us. He a dog. Pat, he got me ready for a lot of stuff too. He gave me the breakdown of a lot of stuff. So Wheeling was one of those experiences where like I just came in and I tried to be open to like learning, and I tried to be that face of the team, and I tried to, be politically correct in a sense. And it was by far my most successful time of my life with basketball. You feel me? Other than me playing overseas, but like college wise, those 3 years when I got that year back too, those 3 years, man, it was a time, bro.
For sure. Talk about. I know I've seen you post on the story. We mentioned it before about being a locker room guy.
Yeah.
Just talk about what you were like in the locker room. What the locker room vibes with you, because obviously to transition from all these levels of basketball, being in these spaces, like somebody, like just people that you interact with, there's people that you come in contact with. What is it like, trying to build, either whether it's chemistry or even just trying to get to know your teammates in these different facets? Yeah,
so like I think me as a locker room guy, I was to myself a lot though. I didn't want to be a captain at the time in college. I didn't want to be a captain. I just knew that I was the best and I was gonna put the work in. And shit, if you put the work in, then you with me. If you don't, we gonna leave you behind me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I was as a locker room guy. We used to have team meetings a lot, and they used to bring up the coach. They used to always talk about, oh, coach not doing this, coach not doing that. Every year it was the same thing, and we had 2 different coaches. Every year it's the same thing. It's the coach, it's the coach, it's the coach. And my mindset, I'm like, bro, look in the mirror, bro. You can't ever in life. You can't ever. And I want everybody to know this. You can't ever point the finger when you're not doing your part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like until you can look yourself in the mirror and say I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, you can't judge nobody else. And a lot of my teammates, they got caught up in that. They got caught up in, oh, I'm not playing. But you're not better than the person that's playing in front of you. Right. Yeah. Or you're not even doing your part. You don't remember the plays. You don't.
Well, that's important in college. You have to.
You don't remember the plays.
You have to know these plays.
How you gonna play the game? You don't remember the plays. You don't box out. You don't dive on the floor. And effort is one of those things that's you can't even amount that.
Right.
I can't. No matter how good of a coach I am, I can't dive on the floor for nobody.
Right.
I can't box out for nobody. I can't make shots. I can't make layups for nobody. I can't push you to be the best you. That's effort. That don't cost nothing.
Right.
And a lot of people nowadays, they missing that. And I feel like in the locker room, I used to get mad at my teammates because it's like, we in here locked in for 2 hours in practice, and y'all complaining about nothing that don't amount to winning.
Right.
And that's why I feel like we didn't. Like my first year, we did win. We won. You know what I'm saying? We won a lot of games. We won 15 games. But like, it was only 1 game over 500. True. And we had a chance to win 20 plus games, but people are not locked in. You know what I'm saying? They want to point the finger at what's what. We played the conference tournament, bro. 2 days before the conference tournament, my point guard stands up and says, "Coach, we just feel like you not doing stuff right."
2 days before the conference trip.
I said, man,
that's crazy.